Alderman O'Connor.
It's always a challenge to follow Alderman Lawrence, but I can assure you I won't match it minute by minute here. This is, I think, a night of some breaking of records, not on the basis of the number of speakers, not on the basis of the length of time we've debated. We've had some other fun debates, including Orchard Valley subdivision, others that have taken us longer. The record broken here, I think we've never had 4 cameras going at one time. Now that's good and bad, which probably would lead me to say, keep my comments real short, because we're on 4 cameras, and it'll be there forever. My comments are brief in the sense of reacting or responding to, I think, a number of the concerns that we have been viewing as we've moved along. I will take simply the first as the environmental question. We've had a great deal of material, we've had a great deal of discussion. When all is said and done, I think that I am satisfied with the reliance upon a response in the condition of where this work is at this point. It is still within the original understanding of the agreement as to what had to be done. It wasn't that we were buying into a completely clear and signed off site. We were moving forward under a plan which has been laid out a year ago, which is continuing, and is, at least for the environmental situation, I am satisfied that we are doing, I think, the proper direction that we have to do from the city. As to the financial planning, something that the Finance Committee was looking at, obviously, particularly, I think the plan is as reasonable as any other plan can be in regard to trying to achieve a goal. The goal here is obviously to provide the funds available to cover the costs. We are taking it in part from an advance or from a use of a fund that has been available to this city for years, in which we have done a diversity of different things in regard to the gaming funds. I think it is reasonable to say that we have a plan laid out that is going to be in a conservative layout of numbers, as Brian Caputo is used to doing, conservative layout of numbers, as to where we're taking the money in order to try to get the accomplishment of the tasks that we have at hand. I think it's reasonable to put this together at the very first meeting. I bridled at the fact of putting in any reference to general obligation bonds in order to do a development such as this. I think we have a much more reasonable way of approaching it in the manner in which Brian has laid it out. And I'm satisfied, I think, that for a project of this magnitude and of this complexity, in regard to trying to put it together, I think that the pro formas have been reasonable in showing what we can do, again, on the basis of a conservative nature. I recognize that this is, as I've just stated, a very large, very ambitious, very detailed interrelationship of a lot of elements here. But I think that unlike a number of other occasions in the city, what we have coming forward is a developer that has a track record, successful track record, has obviously, maybe he's not going to Mr. Perez's bank, but obviously been able to put together the kind of underlying funding that's going to make this work if they, as the developer, have done the work that they have to this point with the expenditure of their funds. So I will vote in favor of this agreement. I think we're ready to proceed in regard to its elements, which we have debated, we have discussed, and I think we have, at least to my satisfaction, sufficiently answered a number of the concerns.